Hi, my name is Jang Kim from Yonsei University. Today, I would like to talk about our approach to design HRI system, which enable human operator to transfer kinematic trajectory as well as force. To imitate human motion, robot needs two types of information. The one is kinematic information such as position and velocity. The other is dynamic information like force or torque. We can get kinematic information by detecting joint positions in a visual information. This process is usually called skeleton extraction. However, dynamic information cannot be inferred from the visual information. To solve this problem, our approach is to employ the concept of muscle synergy. Starting from explaining brain to muscle control mechanism, human brain controls their motion by transmitting signal to muscle through neurons. However, if every muscle is controlled by an individual signal, it would be very inefficient. Therefore, human brain used modularized muscle group, which is known as muscle synergy, instead of controlling each muscle individually. The key idea of muscle synergy is that SCMG can be represented as a linear combination of both muscle synergy and activation curve. For instance, muscle synergy is represented as a column vector Wi, which represents the modularized muscle group consisting of the contribution of each muscle. And corresponding activation curve is represented as a row vector Ci, which represents the activation level of corresponding synergy in time. There are two advantageous features of muscle synergy to acquire dynamic information. First, dimension reduction. When we know predetermined muscle synergies in SCMG, we can represent SCMG signal by reducing the number of activation curves. For example, 5-dimensional SCMG can be represented by 3-dimensional activation curve. Second feature is that muscle synergy is force-related information. Given a specific task, we can compute unit force vector by translating muscle synergy. For example, if there are 4 number of muscle synergies, we can compute 4 corresponding unit force vectors. By adopting formally introduced two advantageous features, we can design human-robot interface controlled via kinodynamic information. Proposed method is as follows. First, using iterative non-negative metric spectralization, we can extract the muscle synergy and activation curve from SCMG. Let FH represent a force generated by human operator. To find most correlated muscle synergy, we first compute correlation among activation curves and FH. Based on the resulting most correlated muscle synergy, we can select the corresponding activation curve, which is actually related to the unit force vector for the given task. The selected activation curve is used to obtain an estimated force. Finally, position command can be directly generated from human operator joint and skeleton data. In our experiment, we measured 3 types of data. SCMG data was measured by armband type sensor. Position data was obtained by performing joint skeleton extraction from IGBT camera, and pressure force, which will be referred to as task force, is measured by pressure method. Experiment protocol is as follows. First, pilot human operator was instructed to equip with 2 armband sensors on his upper arm and forearm. Then he was guided to grip a digital pencil. Second, the operator was instructed to draw a line on pressure mat from left to right with applying weak and strong strengths respectively. This slide shows the overall system architecture. From now, we show the experimental results. These 2 videos show human operators drawing motion, weak and strong case respectively. From these videos, we can easily obtain kinematic information by using joint skeleton extraction. Also, dynamic information was inferred by analyzing muscle synergy and was transferred to robot as well. We note that the pressure mat in the video not used to transfer a force command to a robot, but used to check human operator in applying weak or strength force. These 2 videos show that robot end effector is successfully drawing a line under the transmitted kinodynamic information. To show the result more specifically, We here present the comparison result between human demonstrated trajectory and robot and effector trajectory. As shown in the result figure, the human demonstrated trajectory was well followed by the robot and effector. This plot shows two forces which were reproduced by robot and effector according to the force generated by human operator. As shown in the plot, two distinct magnitudes of forces could be successfully transferred and reproduced by robot and effector. The feasibility of our proposed approach is well verified by these two comparison result figures. This is conclusion of my presentation. We applied the Moss synergy concept to design HRI system controlled by a kinodynamic transfer. Our experimental results showed the feasibility of our design method with the example of line drawing with two distinct forces which was demonstrated by human operator. The results show that robots successfully perform given line drawing task by applying kinodynamic information. Optimizing the scaling parameter alpha will be followed as our future work. Of course, the proposed HRI design approach should be tested for more complex tasks. Thank you for your attention.